In this video, we're going to connect Calendly and Less Annoying CRM using this tool right here, lacrm.calforce.pro, and I'll have the link in the video description. Now, what this will do is it will sync our Calendly events and routing form submissions to our CRM. So to get started, I'm going to go ahead and log in with Calendly and connect Calendly so that the application has access to our scheduled events. And once I have Calendly connected, now I just need to connect LACRM. And now I can configure how I want the events to sync. So how this will work is that when a Calendly event is scheduled, we will create a brand new event in Less Annoying CRM associated with the contact that has a matching email address. Now, if we don't find an invitee with that email address in Less Annoying CRM, you can see that we can create a brand new record, which is a contact record. But before we get to there, we need to decide what event types would we like to sync. I'm going to go with all, but if you, for example, had a sales team and a customer success team, perhaps you only want the sales team event types to sync. You could do that here, where you just click the checkbox next to the specific event types that you want to sync. But for this demo, I'm going to just select all. And I want to say I want to create a contact. And now here's where we want to map the fields to determine when we create this contact in Less Annoying CRM, how do we want to map the data from Calendly? So for the name, I'm just going to select invitee full name. For email, I'm going to, of course, select invitee email. And, perhaps your scheduling page has a company name custom question. If that's the case, you could come down here and select, custom question 1 answer, or whichever one corresponds to that. But for now, I'm just going to stick to these basic fields here. All right, so we're all set up. And now if I go to the status page, I can see everything is connected. And if any errors occur or you notice that events are missing, you'll be able to view them here. And let me just go to my event sync page to make sure everything looks good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop over to Calendly and I'm going to schedule a new event. All right, so the event's been scheduled, so let's go over to Less Annoying CRM. And if we go to our contacts, we can see that we now have a brand new contact. And we can also see that the discovery call was connected here and associated with the contact. Now, I mentioned if the contact already exists, we won't create a new one. We'll just sync the event. So let's try that real quick. Let's go schedule a 30-minute call with the same contact. And we'll come back over to Less Annoying CRM and refresh. And we can now see that that event was synced as well. And if I click into that event, I can see the attendees, myself, and John Doe. All right, so that's how the event sync works. But I also mentioned routing forms. So let's sync those. Now, if I come over to routing forms, you can see that I don't have any syncing yet. So let's go ahead and create one. Now, I'll be able to pick which form I want to sync, and don't worry, you'll be able to pick as many as you want, so you're not bound to just one routing form, and these will be pulled from your routing forms within Calendly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the lead form, and same question here, we're going to try to find a matching contact by email address, and create a new one if they don't exist when the lead form is submitted. Now, what's different here is you'll notice that the questions are pulled directly from the routing form itself. So you'll see that these questions are specific to the actual routing form. And I'm actually going to reload this real quick as you can see I changed the questions slightly to better match up to creating a new lead. So refresh this page, select lead, contact, and now we can see name, email, company size. So Again, I'm going to do just kind of a basic setup here and map the name and email and click save. And you'll see here, if you ever want to disable it, you can do that. But for this, we're going to keep it enabled and go do a test run. So let's go ahead and submit the form. All right, so we use an email address that does not exist in my Less Annoying CRM instance, so we should see a new contact created, and we do. So we can see that Jane Doe was created, and we can see that the email and name mapped over. Now, something to note is that the routing form sync depends on your routing form having an email address field. That's to make sure we don't create any duplicates. So for this demo, that's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to add them in the comments. I'd be happy to answer them. You can also click the Help tab in the top right to send us an email if you have any questions or feature requests. Thanks for watching.